But look at the cabin at the back, only half of that was for the family. And to give Stuart a little wave, if he can get off the phone, give him a wave, said a wave back. Hey. Only half of that cabin for the whole family. So at the back of our boat we also have a small cabin. You're in the cargo hold, and at 104 years old you're sitting inside one of the oldest boats still on our canals, oldest narrow boats. No longer pulled by a horse, we have a diesel in front of our boat. Two people lying on the front of the boat on their backs, one person on each side, feet outwards. They could push the boat through by pushing along the side walls of the tunnel with their feet. Now they use the plank of wood, as this tunnel is very wide. So we placed a plank of wood across the front, and the plank stuck out with it on the side, and two people stood lying on that. After John Nash designed them, these are new houses. Each one is a privately owned mansion house. How much do you think one of those would cost? Come on. Gentleman down here is going for 10. I think you need to go after a bit. Any advance on 10? How many? Go on, give me a higher figure than 10. 20, go up a bit more, and a bit more. 30 million, who said 30 million? Hey, sold to the lady down the back with a black top on. £30 million, madam, I'll collect the cash at the end of the trip. Okay. 30 million for a day. And that's only for the lease. The land is not for sale, it's ground property. It's a bit expensive around here. There's a private garden on our left. Largest private garden in central London. The buildings up there on the left are not part of the garden, that's a block of flats. One of those flats would cost about £1 million. Still part of St John's Wood. And the John Nash house on the right is the last one of these new houses. This one's only about 10 years old. And everyone knows your business and what you're up to. Which gets interesting. Canal gossip, legendary. And of course the good part of that, we have a very strong community and we look after each other. Boats, the narrow boats moored here again, people's homes, and we're coming to the end of the zoo, and the Regent's Canal turns to the left away from Regent's Park. Continues for 6.5 miles before reaching the River Thames. Then there's another set of canals that would take you towards where they're building the Olympic Stadium. However, straight ahead of us is a dead end. There was a canal going straight on from here which was filled in after the war, as were many canals, and now it's gone forever. Other canals are still being opened up a bit. So the little dead end ahead has now got a floating Chinese restaurant in it called Den Shan, and the rest of the dead end is this little private mooring support company place. Up on the left is St Mark's Church of Primrose Hill. Now the person steering our boat, Barry, he's on a small platform right at the very back. There's no way he can see round this corner, which is why we do this very carefully, very slowly. I say we do it very carefully and very slowly. I'm sure you not everyone does. The industry has moved away from the canal, and these old factories are being turned into offices and flats, very, very expensive ones. And Camden has become a popular area for arts and crafts. This side of those gates, there's another lock and another drop round the corner, and another and another and another, and so on. Now these are the standard type of locks that you find all along our canals. We operate them ourselves. We all carry a special piece of equipment called a windlass that is used for opening the sluice gates or paddle.
Well, back in Camden town, more of these arcade type places with fascinating food courts and shops. Eastern States Standard Oil lives in England. Can't believe it, but apparently this is Hampsted Heath. Nothing to it. It's just an old field. Looks like it may have been cultivated at one time, and the clouds have come in, and maybe the greenery has also come in since the writer of the website that I saw said that from this point you get one of the best picture opportunities for the city of London beneath you. But we can't see anything down there except those buildings in the foreground. There's another couple park benches over there, but it doesn't promise to be much. I also read somewhere that Hampstead is one of the most expensive and exclusive residential districts of London, with rock stars and royalty living here sometimes. So maybe one of these houses is Mick Jagger's house or Rod Stewart's. Something. Something famous that I've been at many times. Can't remember the name of now. But anyway, I'm now at Piccadilly Circus. Couldn't miss that. My last hours in London are upon me. So, recapping a few of the past highlights. That's the statue of Eros. Trying to get a crowd shot across the street here, probably the busiest street, the Broadway of London. This is the world's tallest man at Ripley's Believe It or Not museum. This is Soho, and this is the only picture opportunity I found. Tiny little motorcycle-sized car, 2-passenger.